It's time to get a little less serious about wrestling. This is the Alternate Commentary Table with lifelong friends.
Notice your difference in size.
And lifelong wrestling fans.
Each is a very capable performer, and each is a little too clever to give the other boy much of an advantage.
Mitch Honsius.
Credits himself with a lot of power.
And Dimitri Karolis.
So that he got all that power from drinking raw olive oil all through his youth.
Hi, Mitch.
Hey, Dimitri.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Just ready to start the show.
What show?
The ACT. Brought to you by the McGuire on Wrestling podcast. That's right, where you can stream this show, his show, all shows, wherever it is that you download and stream your podcasts. Let me tell you another thing. You got to search for the merch. That's at McGuireShow.com. Get your GWO shirts. The things are flying off the shelves. People are loving them. We're finally wearing ours because we were graced with the presence of the one and only Mike McGuire from last week, who has joined us on the show, which was fantastic. Thank you very much, Mike, for doing that, and thanks for having us on your show. But again, here it is, Alternate Commentary Table. Another week getting brought to you.
Wow. Yeah, last week's show blew up. Mike, thanks again. Thanks, Daddy, for coming in, taking care of us, watching over us, and showing us, and basically showing us the ropes. Like, his show blew up. And now, I don't want to say it was because of us.
Listen.
Mike's got his own thing. He's got the Meltzer. Last week, he had a great interview with Harry Smith. Then we were on. I'm just saying. It was a star-studded cast.
Listen, it just, the numbers don't lie, right? If, you know, in our world, we look for correlations.
I'm just saying. Just saying, Mike.
It was a great interview, actually. I listened to it. And it's funny because when he recorded the interview was at Dungeon Wrestling.
That's right.
After the show. And it was, you know, I was just going back to get changed, right? And he was doing it like right then and there, right? Yeah. So kind of walked in. It was kind of neat because there's like Chris Adonis was kind of doing his thing. He's interviewing Harry on the couch, and I walked in. I'm like, "Ooh, I got to be quiet."
Yeah.
I go, sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I felt like the little brother walking in, right?
That's right. No, Mike. See, that's how professional Mike is. He's like, "We're doing an interview right here, right now, raw, uncut, down. Let's go."
But the guy's such a pro. We finished the show on the commentary for Dungeon last week, and then he's like, "I'm going to go do some interviews," and we're like, "Yeah, we'll be here, right?
Yeah, we're just hang out.
We'll be with the Voros twins."
Yeah.
Oh, man. But we need him. That's why he's daddy. And he loves it.
He loves the
hates
moniker.
it. He says he hates it.
He says he hates it.
But he loves it.
He absolutely loves it. He could say,
so buy your daddy shirts
today. Hurry. Trust me, everyone will love him. Great stocking
If mommy's on top, daddy's always behind the pod. He's going to kill us.
He's going to kill us. Well, you know who I want to kill? For the fourth straight week in a row. Hey, Raw. You know what? It wasn't that bad, only because you had the Crown Jewel, which is now on right now. As we're recording this podcast on the Saturday, the Crown Jewel over in Saudi Arabia. The whole thing is going down. We'll talk about that in one quick second. But to start it all off, Raw. If it wasn't for the Crown Jewel, I am very, very worried. I don't like starting every podcast the same way. But bottom line, we got to do something. Here's my thought. I told you guys last week, Monday is the start of the week. I'm changing it all up. Friday is the new Monday. If I take SmackDown, because I think they're doing a great job right now.
Oh, they are.
They're the new start of the week. Monday is now the second show, not the first show of the week.
Right.
You see what I'm saying here?
Listen, all I'm telling you is they need to just have LA Knight start every show.
Maybe.
Just start every show. Start SmackDown. Start NXT. Start Raw. Heck, if AEW's going down the drain, get LA Knight just to start AEW.
You might be onto something.
The crowd pop is fantastic. It sets a tone for the show.
Yeah.
Look, I hate ripping on Raw, right? And you know what? It's going to happen. Down the road, SmackDown's going to be like it, and all the shows.
Not with my boy Nick Aldis watching it.
Listen,
not
fair
with him
point.
At the
fair
helm.
point. Although I'm not getting enough from him.
Listen, what are you talking about?
No,
what are you talking about?
Listen, I think I know what he's doing. He's just, he's waiting. He's playing a little possum.
When's the last time you saw a weigh-in? on SmackDown.
I get it.
That's what I thought.
Just the way he's talking, just the way he's doing things. All this, I think the best is yet to come. Because you look at the peers.
He's the cream of the Commonwealth. If he starts talking like we all know he can, he'll take over SmackDown.
You're right.
LA, who? It's gonna be guys.
You're right.
Don't do this to yourself.
Right. But I'm telling you, the problem right now is that there's a fundamental difference in story writing, right? And what they're telling on Raw and SmackDown.
True.
On both shows,
right?
Like you know what's happening, right? Like the Bloodline is on one show,
right?
That's kind of the predominant over theme.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the Bloodline's on the other one.
Right.
They're both really good.
Right.
It's just one show is 2 hours.
Right.
And get to the point.
Yeah.
One show is 3 hours and we got to fill time.
That's right. Listen, the Judgment Day to me is doing an okay job, but they're just not. They're trying to be Bloodline. They ain't Bloodline. They're just not. Don't be what you're not.
Well, and why are they copying it? Like, why is there got to be a rift there?
I know.
Like, they're breaking up that. Like, there's a lot of identity crisis.
Like anything else, all the good things come to an end. That's just what it is.
And you know what I think's going to come to an end?
What's that?
I think Seth Rollins' title reign might come to an end. Hot take. If it hasn't happened already, I don't know.
Let's get into it right now then. Well, let's kind of do our predictions, have a little fun with it. Let's jump into it. It's Crown Jewel tonight, today, kind of happening as we're talking in Saudi Arabia. Here we go. Let's go with match number 1. Women's World Championship. It's Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. She put on a hell of a match last night. Real quick before we start this whole thing, how are these people, these wrestlers, these still human beings, by the way, doing a show in Milwaukee and then hours later fighting in Saudi Arabia?
Right?
I did everyone the favor. That's a 14-hour straight flight, by the way, if there's no connections.
Buddy,
just saying.
I thought about that yesterday. I'm like, that is get him to the Greek, Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, mad props. Okay. And so I'm going to go with Bianca Belair to defeat Io Sky.
I think it's time. Give her back the belt. And P.S., her hair is a foreign object.
However, you know how it's going to happen.
What?
Because Bayley's going to interfere. What? That would be it. You know what I love that she did, though? I love how Bayley does the passive aggressive. Yeah, you win and then I'll challenge you for the title. It's just joking. It was like a cheap first date where it's like, yeah, maybe we'll go to your house. And I'm just joking. I'm going to drop you off.
I've been saying it a couple of weeks now where I want to see a little edge. I want to see a little edge, a little saltiness from Ricochet. Last night, Bianca showed that. After she wins, grabbing the Bayley and doing the move on the table.
Now we're talking.
That's what I want to see from all of them. A little bit of spice.
Spice, that's right.
Show me the spice. Next match. Now, this guy used to headline all these things. Now he's like the second match of the night. It's John Cena taking on Solo Sikoa.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think Cena's going to win this one. And by the way, I was waiting in the opener. I'm like this.
I know what you did.
I'm like, he's not. I go, I know. You're not. All right.
I can't give it to you guys every time when you want it. I'm going to give it to you when
That's right.
I want it.
I like me the John Cena in this one.
You know what? Listen, out of respect for the legend, possibly the GOAT, you got to go with the GOAT to win and go on.
Yeah.
Go on to the pasture, sir.
Absolutely.
We talked about it. It's been around a little long.
A little bit.
Got time to go. Gotta go. Cody the Daydream versus Senior Money in the Bank Damian Priest.
So.
Yes.
I like me.
Uh-huh.
I like me.
I'm listening.
A little bit of.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes here.
Really?
Because there's something going to happen.
What? What's going to happen?
Whether it's McIntyre winning, which I think he might, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Because Senor Money in the Bank is cashing it in today. I feel it. I feel it.
I think you're right. I think he's going to cash it in, but I think he's going to lose. I think one of the guys in the Judgment Day is going to come in and mess it up accidentally for him. So I think he's going to lose to Cody. I think you're right. and he's going to lose his opportunity to be the champion as
And then
well.
they boot him out?
And something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Which is kind of a shame because he's held on to that thing. I mean, it's an extra piece of luggage. And he's held on to it for a while. He should get something for that.
Well, it's not an easy responsibility.
It's a lot.
It is a lot, Mitch.
Walking around with it. Oh, forgot my money in the bank. Better
You
get
know?
that.
People are always looking at you like,
Yeah.
with that kind of eye. Be like,
And-
guys, I'm a good guy. So what if I have the money in the bank?
And I got to carry a referee with me all the time. Like, he can't go anywhere without the referee because you don't ever know when he's going to pull it out.
If you think of expenses and payroll costs
Yeah.
and just day-to-day expenses, it's more of a burden than one would think.
I agree.
Holding on to the money in the bank, some would say harder than the title itself.
Sir, are you checking that?
See,
No,
look at
it's a carry-on.
MJF.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of MJF's friend because they want a shot.
Right.
Whereas here, when you got the money in the bank, no one wants to be your friend.
That's true.
It's a lonely island.
It's very well said. Let's get to the match that I think might steal the show. It's Rey Mysterio, the United States champion, taking on Mr. YouTube himself, Logan Paul. I like me a little Logan Paul here.
I'm liking me the Paul.
It's time.
It's time.
You know what? Mike made a really good point last week. Like maybe the best point that's been on this show ever. This is why Ray got the belt. Because it's pretty clear now that Theory is a jobber. Done. Hot take, not hot take. He's a jobber now. He is.
They decimated. They're punishing him for something.
Something happened. Because, guys, he's like, okay, you take the belt away from him. We talked about this a little bit, but let's get into it for 1 second. You take the belt away from him. Last year, he was headlining or one of the headlines in WrestleMania against John Cena. Somewhere along the way, something happened. You take away the belt, and since then, he's on a loser streak. He hasn't won anything, and he's losing now to Owens. Like, why is the Owens push better than him? That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah.
What is Kevin Owens bringing to the fan and to WWE more than Theory?
I agree, Mitch. Unless the only saving grace here is they actually knock him down so many pegs that he loses just to get him to snap, and then you rebuild.
Right.
Break him down to build him back up.
I don't know, man. It doesn't look good.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Someone doesn't like him in there.
Something's going on. A couple more matches. Rhea Ripley is putting her women's championship belt up against not one, not two, not three, 4 other participants. It's Nia Jax, Zoe Starks, Shayna Baszler, and Raquel Rodriguez. That's a lot of people.
I'm really torn on this because I love Rhea as champion. I think what they're doing with Roman Reigns is what they should do with Rhea Ripley.
Absolutely.
But something tells me.
What?
Something tells me there's going to be a lot of I think today is the day of title changes.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
I disagree. I think Rhea wins. I don't know. I think it'll be one of these last second, somebody's about to pin somebody and she moves them off and wins kind of thing. I think it's going to be one of those. Where there's a little awkwardness, because it's in Saudi Arabia and you know how they are with the ladies there and stuff. I mean, that's a lot of ladies in the ring. It's a Saudi awkward match. You know what I mean? As the crowd
right.
member, you're like, oh, I can't walk.
In the first ever Fatal Kids Don't Look 4-way match. Live at the Crown Jewel.
It's just going to be awkward. It's going to be an awkward
Oh, it's unreal.
Yeah. Okay, here's the big one. It's the World Heavyweight match. It's Seth freaking Rollins taking on Drew McIntyre. You kind of called it. Explain.
I'm liking me the McIntyre winning.
Why?
I'm liking, you know what? I think he's getting back to form where he should have been when he first started. And I think I like the story build here. See, I've been watching this closely.
Sure.
This new title with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And at first I'm like, man, why are they just creating titles? But now I get it.
Right.
Because they kind of allude to it. They say, hey, I'm the fighting guy. Mm-hmm. So from a marketing perspective, you say, listen, you kind of need a championship belt being contested with quite a bit on a regular basis. But then you get to the point of Seth Rollins is just going to beat everybody.
Yeah.
It kind of kills the roster on both sides.
I hear you. And I'm kind of on your side. And I think it is a little bit of Seth has had it for a while. He has been fighting in a lot of pay-per-views. He was number 1 ranked in the PFW, right? Or the
I can't remember, but anyways.
And he was the number 1 ranked wrestler. There comes a point where he's got to take a little bit of a break. I agree. And let's call it is. Like, I know this sounds a little weird, but, you know, Becky lost her belt. Maybe they just want a family vacation. Maybe he just says, hey, you know what, Drew? Take it for a bit. I got to go.
Yeah.
A couple of pictures. It's that time of year.
Right.
Get the Christmas cards ready. I'll be back to take it back again.
Fair point.
Because here's my worry, though. This is what I don't want. Drew McIntyre bores me. I'm sorry, you guys. He bores me. Seth freaking Rollins, his character right now, is entertaining. I don't care how hardcore of a wrestler you are. Maybe you don't like his attire. Maybe you don't like his approach. People are singing him in. He's funny to watch. He's great on the mic. Drew McIntyre is all he's nothing of those three. Nothing.
Yeah, he really is a total package.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. And but I get it. The babyface Drew McIntyre is boring. The heel Edge McIntyre was pretty dang good.
I'm dead serious. He brings no entertainment to me. I hope prove me wrong, Drew. Prove me wrong. I hope you prove me wrong. Let's talk about the world undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. It's the one where you get all the belts if you win it. It's Roman Reigns taking on LA Knight.
Yeah.
I have to admit, you said it a second ago. I do have a feeling in the air that there is going to be a little bit of a change. Here's my thing. Do I think LA Knight's ready for this? Do I think the fans are ready? Yeah, I do. I think, though, that the WrestleMania has been already preset. I think they know what they want to do, and that's where where Roman will probably end up losing his belt. If they give it to LA Knight tonight, I think it would just change like 7 months, 8 months, a year of planning. I don't think anyone expected Max Dupree to be LA Knight, to be this big, and it's wrecked the whole calendar. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, hey, nothing makes sense in this world today. LA Knight for the championship.
Well, that would make me happy. You know what that would do for me? You know what that would do for us?
For us?
Listen, I think you nailed it. And you hear it in his promos, and he gets it too. In the fact that the last 6-7 months has been a tidal wave of LA Knight.
Yes.
I mean, and this is why I say, like, to me, he's the number one guy in wrestling in terms of who's over, because you can't help it. The fans are insanely behind him.
Yep.
And he has that it.
Right.
And when you go back and you look at Stone Cold, Steve Austin, and The Rock, they made wrestling cool for the average fan or the non-fan.
Right.
Now you had people coming back like, hey, this is pretty damn cool. It's pretty cool.
I like it.
Roman Reigns has that.
Right.
It's pretty cool. MJF has that. Guy's pretty cool. But LA Knight's got it too. And he's got it in like that niche way.
Yes.
And I like what McGuire said last week, where it's like, dude, if you're going to model yourself after someone, why not after the two most successful stars in the business? I love that they're addressing it. I love it all. I think WrestleMania has been predetermined. Mm-hmm. I think WrestleMania, in my opinion, is Cody Rhodes somehow versus Roman Reigns again, where Cody Rhodes gets to win the championship. However,
you're daydreaming again.
You're
daydreaming.
I think this is throwing a wrench.
Yep.
I think Roman Reigns has already decided, like the character Roman Reigns has already proven himself for the streak.
Yeah.
I think a flash loss to change the belt, to just take this thing by storm would be unreal. I think Cody Rhodes, actually, now they're probably going to switch it. And they're going to say, listen, Cody, you get the other belt on Raw that maybe Rollins and them are fighting for.
Right.
Get the B chant. Like, I don't know. I agree. Like something's different. But I don't know. As much as I want LA Knight to win, I kind of don't.
Right.
Because you're this close to the finish line with Roman Reigns.
Listen, you guys know how I feel about Cody, and you guys know how I feel about LA Knight. But I'm better with LA Knight getting it over Cody. I think it's better for the fan. It's better for them.
Yeah.
It's just right now he's on a heater that no one, and what I've said about heaters, Dimitri, you don't wreck the heater.
If The Rock and Roman Reigns is a lock for Philadelphia, and they know this behind the scenes, he'll lose tonight.
Of course.
He'll lose today.
That's what I meant earlier. Real quick, going back to Raw, there was a couple of small things I want to bring up. The Creed brothers. These guys are down at NXT. They make the jump up. What a great match with the Alpha Academy.
What, you mean the new Steiners?
Dude, I loved it. Are you reading my notes again? Like, okay, enough. Why? I got it right there. Steiner Brothers.
Yeah.
Steiner Brother-esque is what I wrote.
Yeah, they're the new Steiners, man.
Dude, they're fun to watch. They're actually kind of fun. Very strong. Do you see where he picked them up in a
Otis?
super
Yeah.
like in a
I love the cannonball.
from the ground. Yeah, the cannonball's kind of funny.
Like, it's a good...
But it looked like he landed on his brother.
He did. He landed. I'm like, that's, no one wins there.
No one wins.
He does.
He does.
But like, he falls in the tuck position.
He needs to propel himself a little further out.
I think if he rotates, right, and then he'll actually just like he needs some side spin.
Great point.
Right,
Great
and then
point.
he'll spin off, and then everyone's safe.
Yeah.
He's throwing a slider right now, and he needs to throw a little curveball.
He's got to throw a little curve. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. And one other thing, Gunther and The Miz. Okay, this is to Dimitri's point a second ago. This is the problem when you've got this streak that, okay, Roman got his streak. Great. Gunther now has the streak. Great. Point is, somewhere along the line, you got to get these guys to lose to entertain us, the people. We don't, with all due respect, we don't want them to have it forever and ever. It's been fun up to this point, but this just shows how hard it is to do this because you're bringing the Miz back. What do we want the Miz? No, we don't want the Miz to have it. You know what I mean? So my point is I don't know what they're going to do, and this is becoming a little bit more messy. It's kind of gross because I don't like. It's not that I don't know what's happening next. It's more like, you guys are really going through every which way, and Gunther keeps being the champion. But what are you going to do with Gunther?
Okay, I agree, but at the same time,
yeah,
what I really didn't like for a while in wrestling was all these title changes every second week.
Yeah,
because at that point, you're like, okay, you gave us the dopamine hit right then and there, and then there's nothing to do with it after.
That's right.
And it was wasted. And if you look back at the late greats,
yeah,
and well, not all of them are late, but you look at these all-time greats and you think of like the Flairs, the Hogans, the Austins, the Rocks, the Bret Harts, all these guys, they held it for a significant amount of time. They kind of had their own little mini eras.
Right.
Right. And so you're like, okay, it meant much more. The collateral damage of keeping the belt on people that deserve it is it forces guys to step up and not be complacent. So point in case, we just talked LA Knight. Without that, someone doesn't take it and go.
Right. I agree. Going to AEW. So I got to be honest. If I'm going to make fun of the Raw, I'm going to make fun of the AEW. Very sloppy this week. Very sloppy. And the worst news that possibly could come into wrestling world happened. Ric Flair's been signed by AEW. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's something we didn't need. Listen, AEW, man. I get it, man. You guys are the new kids on the block. You're trying to be cool. You're trying to wear the Levi's jeans. You're trying to do cool. You're bringing in the wrestlers that, once had something to do with the WWE. Obviously, you're bringing in the Moxleys. You're bringing in everybody. I get it. But there comes a point where why do you need to bring everybody in? And you think I'm kind of joking? How about this? This is why I know you're desperate, okay? At the end of the match, after the at the end of AEW, who is the secret partner that they bring in? Of all the people that you could choose and bring and have a nice pop, who do they bring in? Paul White. Guys, the Big Show. Yeah. First off, you know what, man? The guy's an enormous figure. He looks so tired. He looks like he just woke up from hibernation. You guys, come on. Ric Flair and Paul White. This is what you guys are bringing me? This is what you're bringing me at AEW?
Yeah, okay, I get it. But I disagree on this one. In this one, it's a nice little one-off.
Sure.
You bring back Paul White, you bring the Big Show, like you bring the guy back. Yeah, we got a big guy too. And so for a wrestling fan, it's like, this is my old tag team partner.
Right.
This is a guy I know. They're in that era. So it kind of makes a little bit of sense. Right? It would be like right now it does.
Not to me, no.
Imagine if The Rock came out and was like, I got a guy on my own, and he brings Stone Cold. So you got to hit the nostalgia piece.
Buddy, okay, hold on a second.
I'm not.
But you are. But you just did. You're comparing Paul White with Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I'm not comparing Paul White with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, you kind of did.
I'm comparing if a nostalgia brings out their own nostalgia. They're in their own same era. It makes because
I know what
The
you're
Rock
saying.
would never bring out Jericho would never bring out Stone Cold. Okay?
I understand. I know where you're going.
Thank you.
I'm telling you.
I don't like what you're doing in front of the GWO.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Hey,
we're friends. We're family.
You
but
do
I
not
can't,
sandbag me.
I can't bag you. I can't back you up on this call.
Do not sandbag me in front of the sheep pack.
Hey. Ooh. Yes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, with that being said, let's get to it. MJF needed a friend. Couldn't find a friend if his life depended on it. You're a sales guy. He should have called you. He should have said, Dimitri, I can't get anyone to be my friend.
Right.
He's making fun of Darby Allin when you clearly need one. You didn't need to write that on his thing. I hope Darby comes and has a little chat with you. In fact, I hope Sting comes and talks to you a little bit. Obviously, you don't want to match up with Jeff Jarrett and his weird crew. That's just a weird crew. It's just a weird crew.
They're the guys in high school at the end of the smoke doors.
And no one knows what they're into.
No one. Yeah, it's like I don't understand.
Are they jocks? Are they stoners?
Yeah, what's going on?
They have a guitar.
One guy's got a skateboard. It's a weird crew.
It's weird. Just weird. And so with that being said, he finally joins the Scissor Club, like, you know what I mean, and gets into it. But I you know what it is? It's either I liked his attire. They gave him the shirt.
That was nice.
I thought it was nice. What's his hesitation to being friends with them? I don't get it.
See, this is where AEW needs work on the writers.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what I would have done?
Please.
Oh, yes, of course. This is what I would have done with it. They're playing this whole angle.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Right.
Hey, I want a piece.
Right.
Wardlow, Samoa Joe. He's fighting Jay White already. Everyone wants a piece.
Everyone's piece.
The MJF.
Right.
Yeah, he should have called me.
Should have called you.
The way they should have built that match on Dynamite is not with the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass.
Right.
No. He should have formed a tag team and said, hey, I need you, Wardlow, to tag with me. You want a shot?
Yeah.
You want a shot at the title? You come on my team. And imagine if that 4-on-4
right
was MJF with his adversaries.
Yes.
Being forced to beat these other guys
there
up.
You go. Exactly.
Like that to me.
Smart move, Dimitri.
That's how you do it.
Brilliant move.
Okay? That's how you do it.
And then everyone just starts fighting and he sneaks out of the ring.
In a melee.
In a melee. Another thing, AEW, can I just say something?
Yeah.
Stop with Jon Moxley and Orange Cassidy.
Oh.
How many more times are you going to put us through this? Like, I know, okay, the bell had to change. An unforeseen thing happened. You guys had to do it on the fly. It worked for a little bit. But to come back to it, even Claudio, did you watch the end of it? Claudio, after fighting Orange Cassidy, Jon Moxley comes in a weird manner. He didn't even know what to do. He's like, stop it, John. John. Oh, I better grab you by the waist. What is happening here? You guys.
Can we just, okay, listen, I understand that there's a style and a program to the show.
Right.
But why is it that AEW Dynamite has just decided that we start every show for the contention of the International Championship?
Oh, my God.
Like, guys.
Yeah.
Run a promo.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm not joking. Just bring LA Knight down.
I think that's the best idea you've had.
Look what your competitors are doing.
Oh.
Can we set up some story? They tried it on Wednesday. They started with a little promo. There's a little bit of stuff there. But, dude, like, I get it. Okay, match 1 for the title. Fine, get it. No, stop. Change, please.
It's literally like 7 weeks, a year's worth of Orange Cassidy starting the match every day. He was not the champion at one time, but he started all the matches.
Yeah.
Now he's starting. He's the champion again. It's unbelievable. Like, yes, he's fun to watch. Yes, he's great. But you can throw him in second match.
No, but that's what I'm talking about. It's like being on a community sports team and being like, yeah, maybe today I'll get to play. And you wake up and, okay, guys, we're going to run the lineups, change it up a bit. Starting center is Orange Cassidy. Shocker.
Wow.
Oh, thanks, coach.
Didn't see that coming.
Boo.
Okay, last thing with AEW. You know, guys, friendships are important. You know what I mean? there's a lot of interfighting over there. The Young Bucks are jealous of Jericho now. Omega and the Young Bucks kind of have a point. Hey, why did we start up the Elite all of a sudden if the scenario's happening over here? Like, why are we breaking this all up? What are you bringing Jericho into our dressing room for? You got Adam Page running off into the sunset during the middle of a match.
He needs to shave.
What's going on
or
here?
Sorry, Adam Page, you said. I thought you said Adam Cole. Sorry. But
Adam Cole, that's another one. There's if right now the storyline in AEW is that everyone's jealous of each other. That's the storyline across the board.
They should change it to the Real House Husbands of Wrestling.
That's exactly what it should be.
Not
called.
All Elite.
No.
Real House Husbands, the RHHW.
That's what it feels like.
I just came up with that.
That is great.
Mitch! Mitch!
Dude, it's becoming a little like this week where I usually have them first. They are easily third this week. Horrible. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
MJF, they're pushing too much of him trying to be funny. He's funny when he needs to be funny, guys, but you can't have him every clip. You can't have Orange Cassidy starting every show. You can't have MJF trying to carry the whole show. And you can't have all this jealousy and all this running around. Like, put a little effort in, boys. Come on.
I just want to watch 2 hours of Tony Storm. I'll be okay.
I'm okay with that, too.
It's a great little... What is
she might be the highlight.
Silent film?
Isn't that the truth? Yeah. Isn't that the truth? All right. From there, let's talk a little bit about the SmackDown. I mean, did you see anything you kind of liked there?
Did I see anything I liked?
Did you like anything?
Did I see anything
Did you
I
like anything there?
Let me tell you. I like how they start the show.
Right.
Okay? Get the guy who's over.
That's right.
Get it. Bring the guy in.
Yeah.
Okay? Get everyone going, like that. We love you.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I did like.
What'd you like?
I love me.
What?
A little Pretty Deadly. Let me explain something to you.
Yes.
I'm going to explain it to you, Mitch.
Please.
I'm going to explain it to the Sheep Pack,
Yeah.
to the GWO, to the ACT, to everyone out there, to the McGuire on Wrestling, every single one, Team MOW on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
These two
Yeah.
are the hottest tag team,
Right.
in my opinion, in all of wrestling.
100%.
They literally have taken every little thing that it takes over the years to be an amazing wrestler.
Yeah.
Packaged it into one.
Right.
And sent it out. You want good moves?
Great
Got
moves.
them.
Got it.
You want ridiculous attire? Got them.
Check mark.
You want a theme song that you hate, but you can't stop listening to? It's kind of like smelling gasoline at the pump.
It's on my playlist.
You know it's bad for you, but you keep sniffing.
It smells nice.
It's got to smell.
It's got to smell.
Okay? Everything. The slow motion.
Yes.
The slow motion. And by the way, I like how they started the match, right? Because you saw Butch put the forearm on him in slow-mo. It was great. They have everything. They're cheesy.
Yeah.
But they're serious.
Right.
They're serious, but they're cheesy. Buddy, I am in love with Pretty Deadly.
I 100% agree. And it's funny, you and I were kind of just quickly talking yesterday, and you bring it up, and I show you my notes that I had it already written down. We're one in the same, buddy. We're one in the same.
Dude, they remind me of basically underdeveloped Rick the Model Martell's Reborn.
Last week on this podcast, I said something, and I feel like, literally, I do feel like the masses are hearing us. The sign is back. I'm just saying. Last week, Mike's like, no, I hate the sign, blah, blah, blah. He had a horrible situation with the sign. I get it, Mike.
Yeah.
But the sign is back. The masses have come back.
They need it. They
Somebody
want
heard
it.
us.
They love it.
You can't deny it.
You can't deny the sign. Voices need to be heard.
Alternate scenario.
Oh, I was going to say, okay, we're going.
Go.
But what did you think of SmackDown? What stuck out to you?
Honestly, it was a lot more tag team matches that I've seen over the last little while. The Austin Theory, we talked about it earlier, is what I had in my notes. He's turned into a jobber. He's straight up a jobber. I don't get what they're doing with him. I don't understand it. I'm not saying they need to put him at the top ranks. I just don't know why they keep getting him to lose every week. I just don't get it. And it was it was the signs. Those are the three major things.
Okay,
that got me going.
can I just talk about something because we talked about it and I want to bring it up because I want the Team MOW to hear it and we want to hear your thoughts. Get on the Facebook page after listening to this. Tell us your thoughts. The build for Roman Reigns, LA Knight, and the promo in the ring and what they've been doing the last couple weeks. This is where I say, guys, red hot. LA Knight is everything they wish Cody Rhodes should have been walking into the WWE. They're selling this to me.
Yes.
They're
Oh, yeah.
really selling it to me. And I thought it was really well done. And LA Knight stepping right up to the plate.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, this is why I'm telling you. I think he actually might win it tonight. He actually might take it home. I think he's done such an amazing job of creating what he's created that the WW writers in the back and everyone have to take notice and say, guys, we had this Rock thing or we had this thing planned. We might have to throw a curveball. And to the Rock thing, if that's something they wanted to do, why can't that just be a family feud thing? Why does it have to be for the belts? Because I'll be honest,
point. That was
why
my
do I
point.
care for Rock getting the belt back? You know he's not going to be there every week after. Like, so why do I care for him to win it or be in the match?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Okay.
Alternate scenario time. Here we go. We're going to just do it. We're doing it live right now. It's real clap, not the fake clap, Mike.
Yeah, real. You and your bright ideas.
In their prime, you had money to only go watch one of these wrestlers in their prime.
Okay.
Who would it be? Dino Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Bret Hart, or Goldberg? Now, you can only go to one of their pay-per-views where they're champions and blah, blah, but who would it be?
If I had to go back and watch it,
Yeah.
it would have to be for me, Ric Flair. I think being a part of like the old school NWA promo.
Yeah.
Slick Rick walking out, watching him like just that whole thing. And by the way, you said Dino Sammartino.
Yeah.
No,
What's his name?
Bruno.
Oh, it's Bruno.
Are you thinking Dino Bravo?
Oh, maybe. No, because Bravo, no. I wanted to say, I mixed the two names.
Okay,
I
'cause I was
I do
gonna
that
say-
a lot, guys.
Dude, come over here for a
It's
second.
dyslexia. Buddy, it's dyslexia.
Mike's going to call you out on it.
I know. That's okay. You fixed it.
I fixed it. I don't want to. I didn't want to do it.
It happens, Mike. You know, by the way, Bruno is another name for Dino.
Well, that was
It's the same thing. It's his
Right.
brother.
Yeah. Well, the real name is Brunadino Sammartino.
There you go.
And
That's
so,
exactly it.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe you guys didn't know that.
Just tag me in.
Okay. Who you got?
So I would never want to watch the Sammartino family fight. And I'll tell you why. Because it'd just be a lot of arm bars. That's all I think they did back in the day. Bret Hart, I've seen, loved it here at In Your House in Calgary back in the day. Goldberg, boring. No, I wouldn't. I like the pop would have been kind of fun. Ric Flair, yes, but no, it has to be Hollywood Hogan. I want to be part of that whole like coming down the red and yellow. I'm a real American. Like during his heyday, I think it would have been like WrestleMania 3 against Andre. I would have loved to have been in that crowd.
Okay. Tag me in. Alternate scenario.
Got it?
You spark this up.
All right.
You have a time machine,
Okay.
and you are only allowed to go back in time.
Yes.
To watch one match.
One match.
And the Greek means one match. What match is it?
I don't know why this one pops in my head. Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon ladder match.
Ooh.
That's the one.
That's...
Tag you in.
Tag me in.
Solid tags this week.
If I had to go back,
Yeah.
and I had to be there, because I felt like I missed it,
Right.
it sparked me because for a while, it'd be, Andre Hogan, that would have been something to see.
Yeah.
But I think I needed and wished I could have been WrestleMania 18, Hogan Rock.
Ooh, that's a good one. The second one that comes to my brain real quick, Bret Hart, British Bulldog in Wembley.
Ooh, good one.
I think
Good
that one would have been exciting.
Now, I'm fortunate because
Yeah.
I've been to one of the all-time classics.
Right.
Michael's Undertaker, WrestleMania 25.
Right.
Went.
That's
That
nice.
was special.
I got a couple of more alternative scenarios.
Okay,
real
let me
quick.
tag you in.
Tag me in. Best hairy wrestler, George the Animal Steele or Drew McIntyre?
Drew McIntyre, because he's actually won something.
Wrong. George the Animal Steele. I said hairy. Hairy in the back, hairy in the front, all hair all the time. That's what I look.
Okay.
Last one. I saw a clip the other day and I loved it and I almost forgot about it. Back in the day, the two major factions, the NWO and DMX, or DX, pardon, DMX. DX, okay?
Yeah.
When they added Dennis Rodman, NWO, or Mike Tyson DX? Who did you like the best? Who was the better ad?
Oh,
tag me in.
Come on. It was Tyson, hands down.
It was
down,
and the way they did it too.
It was. Listen, I actually think that Mike Tyson might take the number one spot for best celebrity to grace the ring.
I don't know. The Trump was in there for a bit.
Trump had some moves.
Hot take.
Trump had some moves.
I mean, they shaved Vince's head. I mean, you can't fight that.
Oh, but it's still when he does the Stone Cold, when he jumps on him and he's trying to like punch him, and you just see like the dinky punches. It's kind of like watching you fight.
No, I'm GWO, baby,
for life. That's right, GWO. And if you're GWO, that means you're ACT, the alternate commentary table that you're listening to on the McGuire on Wrestling podcast. Go to McGuireShow.com for the merch. That's the search for the merch on Facebook. If you look, the Team MOW, hashtag Team MOW. That's where we're recapping. We're talking a lot of stuff here. We really appreciate the support you give us week in, week out. Shout out to all our boys that are listening to us and give us love on the feed. But listen, can't wait for the McGuire Show tomorrow. Stick around, not just for us, but for his show as well. And have a wonderful week. And thank you. Mitch, anything you'd like to add?
Oh, no.